Welcome to Lead, Laugh, Love, a podcast where a married couple with a passion for leadership and a strong desire to influence corporate culture dives into slightly twisted realities of tackling tough workplace topics and building a healthier work life balance. In other words, we're here to unpack those tricky culture challenges and have a little fun along the way.
Welcome to the first episode of Lead, Laugh, Love. Today, we're going to talk about the many cultures you experience in the workplace and how you also are contributing to many cultures in your own personal life. We're excited to get into it.
Let's go.
Hi, Tim.
Hey, Kimmy.
How's your day?
It was pretty good.
Interesting topic for the podcast about work stuff. You had the day off today, and I did not.
That's right.
And we are physical coworkers in this home.
Yeah, it was nice to not be at the office today.
Yeah, I was alone at the office end of the house.
Yeah. I did get some much needed sleep.
Great. Rest is important. We
Yeah.
love that. We love work-life balance.
Mhm.
Yeah, the best part was the clicking I kept hearing at the end of the day. And I thought you were, doing something around the house. And I finally come out of my office and I just see you on the couch hammering away at that PlayStation controller.
Like, yeah,
It made me really happy to see you playing video games while I was at work.
it's been a while.
Yeah.
It was nice. It's a good game.
What's game?
Marvel Invasion, Cosmic Invasion
I did play it yesterday. And
for PS5.
did you play as She-Hulk today?
I did not, but I did play a few different characters.
She crushed it yesterday.
She's pretty good.
Yeah, probably one and done.
It's a lot of fun. It is very, very nostalgic.
It's old school.
Like I had a new boss fight today, and it was just like, oh man, like just like the patterns of the bosses, and like takes me back to like, okay, when he does this, you want to move over here.
Yeah, you like tapped into some old areas of your brain today.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, it was great. It's
Video
going to be
games are
great for creativity.
Yeah.
In today's conversation.
Yeah. So today's conversation, we talked about a lot of things we wanted to talk about in this first episode of this podcast. And I think we both agree, like pretty much everything we talk about in our own personal life about work and sharing stories, like revolves a lot around culture, like the culture we're experiencing in our jobs, the culture we've experienced in the past, how that affects the culture that we bring into our home with our kids and our dogs and each other. Like we're just kind of hyper fixated on this concept of culture and what that means and all that.
Yeah. It almost seems like it's an overused term.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't even think people even can identify with it anymore, because it's like we just use it so flippantly.
Yes. It's cool that it became such a foundation of so many stuff. But like you said, is it like watered down now?
Yeah. Well, I think for me, like I definitely took advantage early in my career working for, a software company that was like up and coming, and just it was right around the time that Google became famous for their campus atmosphere, and that's what this company did. And it was just,
God, take me back.
It's so cliche. Like you don't know what you got until it's gone, or you can't appreciate it.
Yeah.
Or I remember the toothless ones always get the candy, right? So like the people who can't appreciate it.
Yes.
And it's interesting to reflect on just being in this brand new culture right out of, like, it was my first career corporate job, and was young and just, this is awesome. Oh, this is how it is. This is so cool.
You did get spoiled so early.
Right. And then you realize, like, oh, that's not it. And then B, like, you actually have to work to maintain it. It's just not just given to you. Right. And I think that was the big lesson I missed, is I definitely, while I was taking it for advantage, I certainly didn't contribute to it in a positive way.
Yeah, it was a lot of taking. Like yeah, you owe me this amazing culture experience.
Right.
I've earned this.
Wait, you gave something away over there? How come I didn't get anything?
Yeah. And they met the moment, right?
Yeah.
A lot was different back then.
Yeah.
So, but I think what we've learned since then, as we've grown in our careers and experiences, is kind of something we wanted to touch on was there's like no one culture. Like back then, we probably thought it was one culture when we go to work. It's just the culture.
Yeah.
But what we've learned since then is like a couple of things. Like there's different kinds of culture, even at work. And then people at the same place on the same team could be having wildly different culture experiences in the same environment.
Yeah.
Which is like a much more complex way to think about workplace or just culture in general and how it's all connected.
Like wherever we exist, we're creating a culture.
Yeah.
Right. Or contributing to a culture. Whether it's, coming home from work and, interacting with your family, like what's the culture you're bringing? What's the, or, stepping into an office or a meeting or, whatever it is, like you are the culture.
Yeah. It's not a thing. It's like a collective of like people's behaviors, values, experiences.
Yeah.
Reward mechanisms. I don't know. There's so much that goes into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when we're thinking about work, there is the culture of the company.
Yep, the
which
corporate
I think
culture. Yeah.
I think that's what we all default to, which is like the only thing we cared about back then.
Yeah.
But then now we've realized as leaders and people who have leaders, like there's a team culture. And then there's like the more interesting side of like the team culture minus the manager.
Right.
Had some really like mostly like really positive experiences with that when the leader of a team was like super beloved by all of us generally. Like even the team chat minus the leader. Like, yes, maybe there's venting going on, but it was always in like really good natured fun.
Yeah. That's how I hope my team is.
Yeah, right. And that's honestly, that's what you like as a, someone who likes to care for people and show up in a certain way as a leader. It's just like, yeah, the gold standard is your team having a private chat without you, where they like maybe poke fun at you sometimes, but like generally like respect you and feel like you're on their side.
Yeah. In my mind, work isn't as fun when Tim's not around.
In your mind?
In my mind. Yeah. That's what like, if I'm taking any time off, it's just like, oh,
really missing Tim.
Yeah. Like
his one-liners and teams.
Oh man, if Tim was in this meeting.
Right.
That's what I'm hoping.
That's that's what you bring every day. Like if it was a good day, if I felt like this.
Yeah. It's probably not.
Right? Yeah, right. Like neither of us are probably as beloved by our past teams as we try to think that we are just to survive the anxiety.
Yeah, absolutely.
So company culture,
right?
Your team culture with you,
yep.
Team culture without you, or the culture of your team without your leader. And then there's like a million other cultures, like cross-functional teams that you have to work with all the time, or project teams that you're working with for an extended time. Like the culture of those environments is also like an underrated or underappreciated part of culture, maybe.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're making me think about just so many thoughts just racing through my head right now.
So many cultures that you're like, oh man, am I taking care of that one?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's just interesting because like you're naming all these things. I'm just thinking about like just bouncing from one meeting to the next to the next, and like what is the tone? What is the feel? What is the culture of each of these meetings I'm going to, right?
It's almost like I have like culture Tamagotchis. Like I have so many
Yeah.
culture Tamagotchis at work, and I'm like prioritizing some over others, and
Right.
I bring different levels of care to other ones just because like prioritization or the way my day went or
Yeah.
the culture of the people I'm working with cross-functionally. It's like a lot to like take care of all those Tamagotchis. I think it's just like I've worked at some like really great companies with great culture. And I'm sure in those at those roles in those companies, every once in a while you still see someone leave on their own volition, even though it was rare because it was such a growing company. And you would just kind of be like, I'm having this just like amazing cultural experience. I'm just like, why would anyone ever leave this company? Like, this is the best thing I've ever experienced. Sometimes they could just be experiencing a very different culture than you and be very unhappy when you're very happy.
Yeah.
And that's so hard to understand.
And I think that's why it's so tricky to, if you're in a maybe not so positive culture, taking the right steps to fix it
Yeah.
or bring it up,
Yeah.
because, you know, a decision that you make or something that you might want might not be what everyone else wants, right? So I think part of creating a culture is having an open atmosphere, right, where people can have the freedom and empowerment to let them know what's important to them. Like, hey, you're a part of the team. Like, what does a good team look like to you? Like, what can we be doing to satisfy your definition of a good team?
Yeah.
Right. And if you do that, go around the room, right? And everybody gets to say that. Like, what a great start that is. We come to an understanding as a group that like this is how we're gonna treat everybody and
Yeah.
how we're gonna respond. These are the expectations.
Yeah. And I think a lot of companies do a great job of deciding those things, sharing them, pushing them out, varying levels of engagement with them at different companies
Yeah.
and different people, whatever. But I do think that's something that is like table stakes at companies now to at least define and share them and have some level of attempt to engage people with them.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think this is where like I think this is where we kind of get into a little bit of of a challenge, because I think this when we talk about culture, I think we do just kind of assume somebody else is taking care of it. Right. Like, oh, companies do a great job of this, right? Well, what does that mean? Like, because like each of us are responsible for how we show up and how we contribute to the culture. It's not like just like we just show up and somebody's going to kind of just move us around and tell us what to say and how to say it and how to listen and the questions to ask and things like that. Like we have to do that. Right. And I think that's what gets lost is the accountability that you have to the type of culture that you want to show up to every day at work.
Yeah. Well, and you're always contributing to the culture, even when you're not, so to speak. And I think people need to realize that you're always contributing to the culture, even when they feel like they are neutral and doing nothing. By doing nothing, like not engaging with the culture that's set forth, you are contributing to it because you're not aligning to it or showing up in your own way to develop it and add to it.
Right. It's not, yes. Yeah. Non-action is still action.
Yes.
Right. Like you're going to contribute to the culture one way or another. Like it is.
Yeah.
It's as guaranteed as death and taxes, right? Like you are.
Yeah.
You are how you show up every single day and every single moment is how you're choosing to contribute to the culture in that moment.
Yeah.
And I think that that's where it's really important when we are, quick to complain about, something, whether it's inside the company or a team or whatever. I think we have to look ourselves in the mirror and just kind of like, how are we responding? Like, how are we showing up? Right. Like, if you think about, like, let's say you're going out to dinner with some friends, right?
Yeah, that sounds great.
And you do it all the time, right? Like, this is girls' night out every month. I don't
Yep.
know. You've been doing it forever. And you this next time that you're going out, you end up at this restaurant you go to all the time, and Sally is just like, I hate this restaurant.
Oh, Sally.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sick of this restaurant. They don't have anything I can eat.
Yeah.
They always overcook, the service suck, whatever it is, right?
Right.
But it's like Sally never once asked to go to a different restaurant.
Yeah, or just suggested.
Yeah.
Right.
Spoke up and said, hey, can we do something else? So instead,
Yeah.
just going to assume
Right.
that, like, this is the place that we always have to go to because, I don't know, my guess would be it's somebody's fault, right? So it would be somebody's favorite restaurant. We always have to
Right.
do whatever that person wants. And so, like, yeah, instead of complaining, speak up.
Contribute.
Yeah.
Something positive.
Yeah.
Some change. A hypothesis.
Right. And then it's up to, the other people in the room to respond.
Yeah.
Right.
And to be open and not shut Sally down.
Right.
Maybe Sally hasn't suggested anything because last time she did, everyone, made her feel bad about it, or they went somewhere Sally suggested and it actually wasn't good.
Yeah.
So she feels like, I failed once.
Poor Sally.
She's
going through it.
She's going through it. Maybe she needs a new friend group.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and that might be the case.
Right. And she might be looking for a new friend group.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes the culture is just broken.
Or just not a fit for how it aligns to you.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, in your mind, it's broken, right? That's your reality, right? Like, what's broken to me might not be broken to you.
Yeah, I might be loving it.
Yeah. But I'm over here saying, oh, it's broken. But, it's just interesting, though, like that, that's a real life example. That's, one that we can probably all relate to. But that's an example of how, like, there's cultures all around us, right? And how we show up, the things that we bring, and if you find yourself in a culture that just is not a fit for you, the healthy thing to do would be to find one that is. Right.
Well, I think that's important because what we've also talked about before is the culture that you experience during your workday is like directly reflected, I think, a lot of times in the culture we create with our family.
Yes.
And with our friends, with ourselves, with each other. And how, we obviously show up in a certain way as leaders and we think that's the right thing to do. We believe in kind of how we show up. Like, if everyone took a little more time to prioritize team cultures, to prioritize cross-functional cultures, to break down barriers, to just have a really people-first mindset, like, that would make the day so much easier to get through sometimes, which would make it so much easier to show up with more patience and energy in our personal lives and with our friends. And I think that's what, like, all these cultures are so interconnected.
Yeah.
Just like if you're having bad friend and family culture, you're probably not bringing your best self to your work culture and how you're contributing there.
Right.
So it's just very meta.
Yeah. And you're talking about something that we'll dive into in a future episode, but how environment,
Yeah.
the environment that individuals have come from, have molded like who they are,
Yeah.
right? And
Obviously.
sometimes, what any one of these million cultures that we've talked about, there are people that you don't get along with,
Yeah.
right? And that's okay. Like you can still find a way to work together, even though you don't really care for one another. But I think when you understand someone's environment and you have that context around who that individual is, why they think the way that they think, why they show up the way they show up, I think it helps you understand them.
Yeah.
Which then in turn creates a better culture, because you're now not just telling yourself some story. You actually have facts behind who this person is, and you can make a decision now, with fact on how you want to proceed with this individual.
Yeah, I think that's why like these personality tests became so popular in the workplace.
Yeah,
Um,
I love
like I
taking
know
those.
I like understanding myself. I'm on like a painful self-awareness journey, but I also like understanding others and how they like to be communicated to, how they like to work, how they need to process things. Gives me a little more empathy and patience. And hopefully have that return to me as well.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm just a curious person, so like just
Yeah. You're so curious.
wanting to know, like, why other people are the way that they are. Like it just is so, like, everybody's story is just so interesting to me.
Yeah.
Like it's so cool that like we're alive,
Sure.
and like around people that are just have experienced life so different than what we have experienced.
Yeah.
And it's just cool to like listen to those stories about the things that they love and they're passionate about. And it's fun.
And you've ended up in the same place as someone who
Yeah.
has
Right. A wildly different,
totally different.
right, lived in another country.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so anyway. So I'm always, looking inward, just to try and understand myself. So those personality tests were awesome.
I love
And
them.
just like a real easy way to say like, hey, this is what this person prefers. This is what this person does not prefer.
Yeah.
And like sometimes like that was just good enough to know like, okay, like,
right.
I now know that if I do this thing, you don't care for that.
Yeah.
I don't have to understand it, but I can respect it.
Yeah.
Right.
It's almost like I wish I could hand out like a little Kimmy cheat sheet to people.
Yeah.
Just like instant connection and empathy, please. Like, I'm so sorry if I've interrupted you. It's one of my worst traits and something that I'm painfully aware of, but can't stop.
Yeah.
You can attest to that.
Oh my.
And I try to tell people that because I don't love that behavior by me and it's problematic and I do work on it actively, but it's just a real struggle for me. And I don't want people to feel purposely disrespected by me. But it's like such an awkward thing. Like every time I start a new job, like, hello, 60 people I'm going to meet over the next couple of weeks. I interrupt people a lot. Like that's part of my brand. Like wish you could just hand over like a little card.
Cringe.
Yes. Cringe is the other one. Like, sorry, I bring a lot of like cringe mom energy.
Yeah.
Please ignore that. It's also one of the bullets on the card.
So cringy individual that interrupts people a lot.
Sounds like a nightmare.
Oh my. Sign me up.
You did.
Put a ring on it. Let's go.
Oh, anyways. So yeah, I think that's the context of who people are and how they behave and the backgrounds that they come from is honestly so helpful within the bounds that people are interested in sharing it with you.
Right. Well, and I just think, and I think that like it all just kind of goes back to like we are the culture, right? Like expectations can be set, right? I do think that the organization, the organization and leaders, and when I say leaders too, like generically, I'm referring to like a management level.
Sure.
But I think everybody is a leader.
Yeah.
Like you're leading in some way, like how you show up, you're leading someone that, you have an interaction with somebody.
That's a whole different episode.
Yeah. But I think it's up to leaders, specifically at the management level, the business, and any meeting facilitator or owner to set the expectation for the culture so that people know how to respond, and so people can understand how to show up. Like, oh, this is the expectation you have for how I'm going to show up. So I think that's the responsibility, is setting that level of expectation, and then adhering to it yourself.
Sure.
Right?
Like, good example.
Yeah. You can't say like, oh, let's have a culture where there's trust and psychological safety, and then you're just berating people and micromanaging them all day. Like, you can't do that.
So are we creating a bad home culture by being like, the boys cannot snack on the couch as I sit on the couch with a snack?
Yes.
Is that a bad culture?
It is.
Yeah. I think they would agree.
Yeah. And I think about it all the time.
Yeah.
But I paid for this couch.
Okay. Board member.
Yeah.
House board member.
Yeah. Oh man, that's a good one. Anyway, let's cut that.
Yeah. I don't want the kids listening to that and coming up with a coup.
Well, that's just a good. Anyway, I'm like, I don't know how to process the fact that I know that I'm not building the same culture with my kids as I am at home or at work, and for whatever reason, the work one is more important to me.
Like, well, that pays the bills and buys this couch.
Yeah, they are all kids will figure it out. They're resilient.
The kids are resilient, as they say.
Yeah,
I hate that.
Yeah.
But, okay, so yeah, I would love to know, what's one culture that you are, participating in that you want to show up differently, whether it's like be more engaged or bring something to it. Like, what's one of those cultures in your life, personally or professionally?
Oh man, all of them, right?
Well, pick
like
one.
All of them, but there's only so much energy.
Yeah.
Like in a day, right?
Your culture bank is limited.
And
funds.
that's the tough thing, right? And that's why it's so important to identify a culture that might not be optimal to you. And, a culture that might not be optimal to you, like, you should really think about removing yourself from that culture, right? Just from a sanity standpoint, like, do I really need to be in this relationship, whatever it is, whether it's a golf league or a personal relationship or a work thing? I think we should identify those things that really take our energy and do something with it. So I think that's important. And as I reflect on the different cultures that I'm a part of, that's definitely something I'll be thinking of. Are there any that I need to remove myself from and not give any energy to, so that I have more energy for the ones I do want to bring myself to? But there are a handful of cultures that I'm a part of that I really want to try and contribute to. I really want to try and help build the culture that the leadership team and the executive team have asked for. right? And so I think that's the thing. They set the expectation, and we have to adhere to it, right? And so I want to make sure that I can do my part in showing up to each of these cultures in the way that they expect us to. So that's what I'll be working on in 2026.
That's nice. So you're going with work. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I could give you a personal example
No.
too, but
I'm gonna go. I have a couple personal ones, cultures that I need to clean up.
Yeah.
And contribute to.
All right. Let me get comfortable here.
Investing in the culture of my friendships. It's something I've constantly deprioritized. And I've made peace with that in a few ways. Like, obviously, I've really prioritized our family and spending time with the kids and my career, things like that. But I know how important it is to have friends and spend time with them. You know, I have wonderful friends. It's just prioritizing spending time with them is something I want to do better at.
Yeah, I wish you would.
Yeah. And the other one would be the culture with myself, which is something I've also deprioritized a lot the last few years for just lack of bandwidth. So.
Kimmy getting vulnerable. First episode.
Well, I love to talk.
This is the love part?
This is the love part of Lead, Laugh, Love.
Yeah.
Yeah, lean into it. You make me laugh now.
I think those are great cultures to really invest your time into. And I think it will definitely lead to a more fulfilling life if you can contribute to those cultures in the way that you plan to.
Yeah.
So there it is. We talked a little bit about work. We talked a little bit about personal life. We laughed. We loved. And I think we led somewhere in there. And thank you all for tuning in and listening to this episode. Hopefully there will be many more to come. And if you have any interest in engaging into a particular topic or would like to hear our thoughts, please reach out, let us know.